morning, Sunrisers. I'm Dr. Karen Emerson, and this is Mingo, and Dr. Jansen's here with him, and this is his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dudley. And Mingo is about a 10-year-old lab mix that presented back in October for a mass removal, and it was a lipoma, but it was very large, and it was on his left side here, and we went in and we removed it. It turned out to be almost 2.5 pounds. We're actually going to have pictures for you to see. After we removed it, he went home and he accidentally licked it and it got infected. So we came back and we ended up doing surgery again, and we went in there, a lot of the tissue had died, and he had gotten a severe skin infection. So we immediately went in and put a drain in, and we started doing some antibiotics. We cultured it to find out what it was sensitive to. And it turned out he lost so much skin that Dr. Jansen and I had to go in. I think it ended up being, a 2-hour procedure. And we had to do skin flaps to cover where the skin had died around the mass, because there's so much bacteria out there, especially in an animal in this area, because they lay down a lot, get up, lay down. And this is kind of unusual normally for these to get that infected, but he's an older dog, so the older your pets get, the more they're more prone to getting infection. But the good thing is Dr. Jansen and I could do the skin flaps. And what I'm saying with a skin flap, we actually took skin from other parts of his body and brought them around to cover this incision so that it would heal. It's been a very long process for his parents because we did have to leave one section open, but you're thinking, well, it's just a benign tumor, it's just a lipoma. Why not leave it there? Well, it can get so big that they can start impinging on them being able to walk, being able to lay down, because when they lay down, that's pressure. I mean, when you got a 2.5 pound tumor, you actually will get some good roll in a minute and let you see that. But this is another thing. Anytime you have an animal that you feel a lump coming up, go ahead and make that call. Bring them in. Let us aspirate them, because just within a few months of us finding that one, it blew up. And some of these lipomas can do that. They can just get really big. And his was so invasive because it was under like 2 layers of muscle also. So it was just a really difficult surgery. And in a minute you can see his scar. You can tell he stayed with us for a while. So he really, really loves us, and we love him so much. But he made it through it. It was a long, diligent process, but we all worked as a really good team, and his parents were totally on board. So if you have a pet that's got a large mass, you think it's really bothering them, but you're scared to have it removed or need some other questions, call and make that appointment. I promise your pets will thank you.
WCBI Animal Health with Dr. Emerson was brought to you by Emerson Animal Hospital in West Point.